of Netflix, where your fearless co-hosts Isaac and Larry force each other to watch the worst pieces of shit on Netflix. We will go over every bad edit, all the broken dialogue, all the wooden acting, and laugh along the way, because this is the Bowels of Netflix! Alright, welcome to the Bowels of Netflix. I am Isaac, and with me as always is my fearless co-host Larry. How are you doing this week, Larry?
You know, Isaac, right before the show started, you asked me the most important question of my life, and it was, do suspenders wear pedophiles? And I'm here to tell you, in fact, yes they do, sir. The research is in, and suspenders do indeed wear pedophiles.
Now I just want to get a button that says pedophile and put it on my suspender.
I mean, you do these things to yourself. You say these things out loud into a microphone.
What? What are you talking about?
We're recording this.
Oh, shit! What's going on?
Also, every time I talk about your suspenders, you instinctually snap them, and I don't know if you're faking if it hurts or not, but I'm gonna keep making you do it because you keep saying ow, and it amuses me.
It hurts. If you can't just do it every 30 seconds.
I'm not gonna do it come on, I'm not what am I, fucking Carrot Top? Come on.
But yeah, if you bring it up in about 30 minutes, I'll probably snap them again and not really think about it. Although now it'll be like telling you not to blink, or not to think about blinking.
Stop doing that.
Yeah.
No, I'm not gonna do it anymore this episode. I'm just gonna, no, every time you wear suspenders, I got that in my pocket. That I have the power to make you hurt yourself. It's kind of like a superpower.
I'm gonna get you a pedophile button. I'm gonna put it on your suspenders.
I don't have suspenders because I'm a regular human, not a grandfather from 1945.
They're so nice. My posture is vastly improved.
I can snap. Posture is the worst. I'm gonna die. I don't know if scoliosis is fatal, but I'm gonna die of it.
Yeah. Oh boy, we are the Bowels of Netflix. Thank you so much for listening. We are two dear friends who hate each other very much. So every week, one of us forces the other one to watch a terrible movie and describe it back in excruciating detail. And we exist on the internet, Facebook, Twitter, Bowels of Netflix. You know how to find us. Do the little searchy thing or what have you. Gmail, email, whatever. bowelsofnetflix@gmail.com. Please send us an email. Let us know what you think of the show, what you think of some of these movies, if you have any movie suggestions. If you've been brutalized by police recently, please document it in form in the cloud so it can't be deleted, for the love of Christ.
Fight the power, baby.
Amen. Take the power back. This week, we are on part 2 of The Last Days of American Crime. Because we've been kind of shaking it up. Hopefully you tuned in last week. If not, you should probably go back, listen to episode 41.
Yeah, this is going to be very confusing if you haven't.
Yeah, trust me, I know. From experience.
Yeah, this is a little experiment we're doing. Just trying a little two-part sort of deal where I cover the first half of a movie and Isaac covers the second half. If you're new to the show, typically we do a movie and episode with each person picking for the other. This is a little bit off the beaten path, but don't worry, we're getting back to the normal soon as fucking possible. Oh, God.
Amen.
Oh, Lord, you were telling me you're very excited about the movie I'm going to watch next, and I am just not.
Yeah. Oh, you poor thing. You poor thing.
Christ.
Oh, God. All right, well, let's jump into it. I mean, Last Days of American Crime just came out beginning of June. We kind of talked about it, not, with everything going on with Black Lives Matter and police brutality and all the tone of America falling into pieces. It's not been the best movie to be released.
I got a little heated last time.
Understandably so.
Yeah. I think it's important. But yeah, this one's rough.
Yeah, you definitely were not lucky with the police brutality.
No.
You got more of that up front. There's not too much of that in part 2, actually. We're pretty much moving on to the heist with a couple things.
An hour and 14 minutes of heist.
Yes. And yeah, in case you're wondering, we split the movie at just about 1 hour, 14 minutes, and 30 seconds. That's where Larry stopped, and that's where I started. He has not seen the second half of the movie. I have not seen the first half of the movie, although I did hear him describe it to me in last episode. So now I'm in a powerful position. I have an overview of the whole movie.
It's true. He's in a better spot than I am, because he's seen the second half, and he's heard my review of the first half.
it doesn't make any fucking sense.
It really sounds like it doesn't. That was not a bit. When we finished recording, you looked very confused.
Yeah.
And you were something along the lines of, man, I don't think that answered as many questions as I hoped it would.
I feel like the 14-year-old who jizzed this script out then put it through a paper shredder and tried to tape it back together. Yes.
Shit.
Jizz happy monkey, you.
That is a rough insult. Fuck. I'm impressed.
Oh man, I really hope I have at least one male child so I can call him a jizz happy monkey when he's a teenager.
I wish I hope that one day this show is popular enough that we have enough of a dedicated fan base that I can ask someone, one of our lovely fans, the Bowlzers, to go back in our archives and collect all the times you said, "I can't wait to tell my children XX thing," because it's a lot, and I feel like it is the strongest case for pre-screening child selective services I've ever seen.
I just hope they play that at my funeral, and my children can finally understand what made me who I am.
Oh man, yeah,
because I won't talk to them.
God's sake!
What? They're children. They're boring.
Yeah. Oh no, I hate children. I think you're a fool to ever want to have children, but hey, to each their own, I guess.
Hey, I just need to propagate my nut juice.
Again, I mean, that's one for the archive, kids. I just want to propagate my nut juice.
Hey, if my children, which again don't exist currently, but probably will exist,
they're in your
at
balls.
Some point. Well, yeah, that's what I wanted to bring up. You started in this world from my orgasm. Don't ever forget that, children.
My fathers used to say that to me all the time.
Oh, boy. See, I love the idea of my parents, in fact, everybody having sex. I wish I could just access, you know what, I'm gonna buy some nanny cams, and I'm gonna hide them in bedrooms, because I just want to see everyone have sex.
I believe you're what's referred to as a predator.
No, I'm not going to use it against them. I just want to know.
I mean,
for personal edification.
Do you need to know, every stroke, or can you just, put out a fucking Facebook survey, you lunatic?
Well, it's not the same if you don't see it.
Yeah, I imagine most people are going to lie, but I kind of think everyone lies to me all the time.
I do want to make an erotic Facebook survey now.
Go ahead. I'll answer.
Huh.
I'll even tell the truth.
I'm very intrigued. Okay. We'll get cooking on that. But yeah, let's get into the last days of American crime. This is a movie podcast, presumably.
Yeah, sure.
All right,
sure,
so
why not?
Starting at 1 hour, 14 minutes, and 30 seconds, a guy with a gunshot wound gets out of a car under a bridge. He's smoking a cigarette. He's very cool. So another dude drives off, leaving the guy leaning against another car. I don't know. I'm very confused already.
So yeah, just to reset the stage after our fucking pedophile / children talk. Isaac is jumping in at the 1 hour 14 minute mark to a movie that at the time of this review he knows nothing about the beginning.
Yeah, I was a little lost. So the dude who drives off shows up at, and this is Brick, who I call him Dark Hair because I didn't bother learning anyone's name. He's the only name I know.
Thank you for helping to tie our reviews together. Thank you for all the prep work you did on that.
Oh yeah, of course. tireless efforts.
I thought to myself, I was like 2 paragraphs into the review, and I kind of just called it Guy 1 and Guy 2, and then I'm like, you know what? I should learn the names this time so that I can connect it to Isaac's easier. But that's fine. Dark hair, black hair. What do you call him? Dark hair.
Dark hair.
Okay, dark hair. Dark hair.
It hangs in his face, especially later on. He's cool. Cool,
he's
brooding,
so cool.
Quiet, brickish.
Thick as a brick.
So he goes to a trailer in the desert, I guess. I thought it was the Pretty Ladies trailer, who's the hacker lady, Great Value Trinity. What's her name? Shelby. I call her Pretty Lady.
Pretty Lady!
But I guess it's his trailer, I guess.
Yes.
Okay. So Dark Hair says that Pretty
this
Lady
is fascinating.
sold them out to the FBI. She says she can explain, but Dark Hair pulls a gun on her.
He's so cool.
And then, what's that?
He's so cool.
He is his hair's dark. Another guy barges in through the door and knocks Dark Hair out. The other guy, who I call Tough Guy, is what was his name? Lester Lorg?
Lonnie?
Yeah, there we go. I really am not good at remembering names.
Yeah, I don't know what's in bit anymore.
Yeah.
Lonnie was the guy who he was like the main goon for the crime family, the Dumois family.
Yes. So yeah, he is Tough Guy. So Tough Guy and his goon underlings now have Dark Hair and Pretty Lady kidnapped. Dark Hair is tied to a chair, and Tough Guy is beating the shit out of him. Mm-hmm. He's covered in blood and all that fun stuff. Pretty Lady says that she's just a call girl. Tough Guy says he's going to torture Dark Hair to death. He pulls out a gun, starts rubbing it on Dark Hair's face, and then gives him a lap dance.
Yeah, so he was like, I think I mentioned a little bit in the first one. He's kind of like, he plays off as he's sort of psycho. Like, earlier in the first half, when he's taking their guns when they go into the party, he's like kissing their guns and like rubbing them and is like, I'll take good care of your bitches for you. Just being a fucking weird psychopathy guy.
Yeah,
so this is fitting.
They're trying to get, especially in this scene where it's the torture scene, they're trying to get the Reservoir Dogs thing. This is like the scene where they cut the guy's ear off.
Clowns to the left of me, jokers to the right, yeah.
Yeah, but they're just doing this over-the-top creepy lap dance bullshit, and he is just overacting and hamming it up, and it just feels creepy, but not even in a good way. I don't know, it's just bad. Pretty Lady is very upset by this lap dance and says, "No, I'm the one you want." Because they're really trying to get long, greasy-haired hippie dude who's the de facto Dumois.
Kevin is his name.
Yes.
Although he goes. I had to look this up in between. He goes by Kevin Cash. I don't know why. I don't care.
Because this movie sucks.
It's based on a comic book. That's comic book 101. Call somebody what they like. He likes money.
The goons are after long hair Kevin guy. Pretty Lady admits that she is his fiance. So they grab her, take her, but Dark Hair is in bad shape. He's still tied up to the chair in the trailer. The rest of the goons get Pretty Lady in the car, and then a weird shuffling guy that we only see from behind shows up carrying a couple of suitcases. Turns out he's a horrible burn victim.
Oh my god. I can't believe. What a fucking nightmare.
Yeah.
The explosion that this guy was in was like a big movie fireball explosion. Like in another movie, when the police were like looking at the crime scene, he would be a charred skeleton.
He survives. His face is horribly deformed. It's unsettling. The prosthetics were decent, actually.
Okay.
We
didn't really talk about it the first time, but it's like effects-wise and whatnot, it's fine. It definitely had money behind it.
Yeah,
so.
Netflix threw fucking money at this.
Yeah,
sure.
Anytime you do a Netflix original, just assume that, like, you know, it looks okay.
And again, even like cinematography, I don't know. Anyway, there's some things in it that are pretty good, like blood splatter and certain things that are done creatively. But again, it just felt like trying to get the vibe of it being a graphic novel, but not leaning into it enough.
Yes.
Just like going in that direction, but not far enough, or also not going too far in the other direction where you try to keep it more real. Just having that weird middle ground where it doesn't work. And it feels out of place.
What was the analogy last episode? It was like snapping turtles at your balls or something?
Yeah, you're straddling a creek, 1 foot on either side, and your dick and balls are hanging down, and they're snapping turtles, just going after them.
Man, how have we not won the Podcast of the Century Awards yet?
I don't know.
True genius goes unrecognized in our lifetime. When we die, fucking huge.
We're going to be like Herman Melville. This will be the Moby Dick of our generation.
He said dick.
See? Geniuses.
Fuck.
So,
Amazing.
horrible burn victim, who, dark hair, burned horribly in the first half of the movie, shows up, and he and dark hair are alone in the trailer. His hands and head are bandaged. His hands are so bandaged it looks like he has little mittens on, little mummy mittens. It's kind of funny. He douses dark hair and the trailer with what I thought was gasoline, but is probably diesel, because it burns slower.
Yeah, it burns slower. Yeah. You did learn. It can learn, but can it think, I wonder?
No, it can't. Then he's been smoking a cigar the whole time, and he burns dark hair on the chest with a cigar. So yeah,
this is so
everything's
dumb.
Full circle.
This is so dumb. Holy shit.
Then he lights a picture of something. I don't know, the De Morgans or whatever. I don't know, maybe a black and white picture. Lights it on fire and drops it into the diesel. And
I bet it was him and his dead brother.
Maybe. I don't know.
He was looking at a picture of his dead brother at one point. I think it was black and white.
Probably. Okay. So yeah, the trailer starts catching on fire. Dark hair falls over. The flames are licking at his little nipples or whatever. Burn victim shuffles off out of the trailer, and he goes and sits in his car. All the goons and Pretty Lady drive off as soon as the trailer explodes, and she screams, "No, dark hair! I fucked you twice, you loser!"
That is an accurate summation of their relationship.
But it turns out that, I guess, the driver... Because did they hire a driver?
They hired a driver, yeah.
Okay.
I mentioned him briefly, because there's a scene where they have like a tough guy 5 minutes on a roof where he like hires him. They're like, they knew each other from some time ago. But that's pretty much it. Then like he's in another scene but doesn't say anything, so I just didn't bother because he doesn't matter.
He hardly says anything the entire movie. He might literally not say anything, actually.
Then his only lines are on that rooftop scene, I guess.
Yeah. But he pulls dark hair out of the trailer just before it explodes through the back door, and he must have shot burn victim in the head while burn victim was sitting in his car, because we just kind of pan over burn victim. And he's just sitting there in the car, but it's not... Like, you don't see the bullet hole or anything. It's not super clear what happened, but, like, that's the only thing that makes sense.
Oh, God. What a shithouse.
So...
Fuck's sake.
Yeah. Goons and, led by Tough Guy, the lead goon, are driving Pretty Lady in a small caravan of SUVs. Dark hair and his driver, Buddy, are driving in a red van. They have a different van now than the silver one that SUV.
Yeah, they don't have that was Kevin's SUV, I guess, or Hummer.
Okay. So there's a ridiculous car chase gun battle where they're just firing machine guns into each other's cars.
Fuck.
No one's getting shot except the occasional bad goon, but it's hundreds of bullets into cars, into the car with Pretty Lady, who I guess he's trying to save, even though he just pulled a gun on her because she betrayed him to the FBI. I don't know what's going on. None of it makes sense.
Well, if you remember the first half, those two are falling reluctantly in love.
Yeah, reluctantly is a good word for it. Jesus Christ. So, 5 minutes of stupid car chase with lots of gunfire, and then some black car shows up. So, like, the red car is going backwards and getting pushed by one of the lead goons' SUV, and then another car shows up, and the red car gets swapped out, and then the two bad guy cars crash into each other and flip over.
You've lost me, but okay, it's a car chase scene.
Too. But then also, the good guy, dark hair and driver's car, flips over too. So all the cars are flipped over, but there must have been a car that didn't flip over. Although it's not established because we don't see them driving away. But the lead goon, Tough Guy, has escaped with Pretty Lady.
Huh.
So dark hair gets out of the flipped car. I guess the two bad guy cars that flipped, everyone's just dead. Because there's no more gun battle.
Yeah, if you are a nameless goon in a movie, like simple things that will be cuts and bruises to the protagonist will outright murder you.
Absolutely. So Dark Hair steals another van just off the street, just pulls up his machine gun and steals a lady out of a van. I mean, he steals the van. He lets the lady go.
Think you bungled that up.
So we cut to Tough Guy, who is the lead goon, Lonnie Anderson or whatever. And he's at a lair with Pretty Lady.
He's at a lair?
Yeah, his lair. It's like a weird old rundown factory. I don't know. It's weird.
Does it have like weird red lighting?
I think so, yeah.
That might be Kevin's loft that we talked about before. There's a landmine. Is there a landmine?
No, I don't think so. Because, like, there's bad guy goons there.
Okay.
And he's got, like, heroin girls. Because some random heroin girl starts getting some heroin ready for him. And then he injects Pretty Lady with heroin. And then starts ripping her clothes off to rape her, presumably. While she's out of her mind on heroin. Jesus. Which is a disturbing scene and a fucked up premise. And again, like, that's the kind of, like, intense, awful scene that if you did it right would be really good in a horrifying way.
Uh-huh.
But it's not done well. There's not really much drama in it.
Right.
Like, they don't really make it feel necessarily unsettling. I don't know. Just sort of breezed over, because then Dark Hair just pops up out of nowhere and strangles tough guy Lonnie Anderson to death with a chain.
Fucking A.
And then, so he's in the lair with all, like, various goons and, like, heroin ladies. And he just picks up Pretty Lady, who's whacked out on heroin, almost got raped, and just carries her. Like, fireman carries her out of there.
And everybody just lets him go?
No one's there anymore.
What?
He just walks out, like, they're walking down a hallway and they don't encounter anybody. And in her, like, heroin stupor, she says, "I shouldn't have called you a loser."
Oh. God.
Yeah.
She called him a loser after fucking him in a bathroom after knowing him for, I'm going to say, 43 seconds. She's sexy and cool, Isaac.
Yeah. I want to come all the 14-year-old jizz at her. So,
local
Dark
podcasters
Hair...
arrested. No reason why. We just feel it was necessary.
I should be put away. So Dark Hair, his driver buddy, and Pretty Lady end up in another lair, which I'm assuming is long-haired, greasy man Kevin's lair.
Yeah.
It's some abandoned factory.
Yeah.
They talk about how the FBI is going to come after them, and Pretty Lady had to get her sister saved, and they start making out, because that's always the first thing you want to do after you got injected with heroin and almost raped.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever.
Tone deaf.
And then long-hair hacker dude Kevin shows
Not a hacker.
up.
He's an idiot, by the way.
Okay, right. Well, no, he was in front of a screen at some point. Like, one of the first times I saw him after I saw him get out of the car, he was in front of a screen, like, typing.
Oh, okay.
So I assumed he was a hacker, but yeah,
nope.
I guess...
I don't think he's an idiot, but he's not the smart one.
Okay, but he's engaged to Pretty Lady, right?
Correct.
He catches Dark Hair and Pretty Lady making out, and just doesn't care? I didn't know they were engaged.
What?
Because he just starts singing some song. Like, I forget what song it is, but it's almost like he says, like, Kissing. Like,
he was singing a song in the first half that I didn't bother. Probably the same one, I imagine.
Some fucking song about fucking or whatever.
Kaboom,
but
boom
he doesn't
in
care.
The afternoon.
Yeah.
Yep, that's the one. Yep, he was singing that earlier when she was, like, looking at her and they were, like, making up. Okay, I guess he doesn't care. What? But...
He snorts some coke off his sleeve.
All right.
They have 30 minutes to cross the border, I guess because the API, which I have no idea what it is at this point. 30 minutes to cross the border or some shit. They get in 2 cars and drive off.
Oh, for those who may not remember from last week, the API is the signal that will prevent you from doing crime that America's about to push out. Now, Isaac does not know this because it has not been explained to him at this point, which is amazing. No.
So the API signal activation is taking place in 1 hour. We find out all local police jurisdictions are laying down arms and turning over to federal agents.
Yep.
Okay. So there's a bunch of protesters who are out in force protesting police and the API.
Great.
Pretty Lady moves through the protesters and shows up at what I assumed was FBI headquarters, but I guess is the Money Factory, which is also attached to the tower that broadcasts the API signal. They're all in one place.
Whoa, no, hold on. That can't be true, because he fucking shows a map in the beginning of that movie when I had the whole rant about the Money Factory, and he points to the Money Factory being one place and Canada being another, and the tower being like near the middle. It's fucking horse shit.
Maybe it's two different places, but the movie does very little to establish that with how they cut back and forth with things.
Oh god, the cutting, yeah.
Yeah, there's no establishing shots or anything like that. So, okay. Jesus. So, good guy Goon, who's the driver. Sorry, I have too many names for everybody. I should have just used the real names in retrospect. So Driver Goon has stolen a garbage truck.
His name I never learned. I don't think they give him one. If they do, I don't
think
remember
he talks. I really don't think he says anything. And he has the stupidest part in the movie. I don't understand it. Like, okay. Oh, I'm getting angry.
Good. Get angry.
Oh, boy. So he's stolen a garbage truck, and he drives it into, I guess, the underground garage of the Money Factory.
Okay.
I don't know why. He pretends to be the guy who's supposed to be driving the truck.
Sure.
And he has an interaction with some guard, and then he pulls a gun on a guard who catches him, and anyway, he sneaks in with a garbage truck.
Oh, by the way, I have no idea what the heist is because they never describe it.
They're stealing $1 billion from the Money Factory.
Oh, no, I know what they're doing, but I don't know what the plan is. You know how, like, in Ocean's 11, for example, they, like, describe that, and obviously things go off the rails because it's a movie, but they describe the heist beforehand? Yeah, nothing of the sort.
So there's a garbage truck.
It's like that fucking internet meme of step 1, steal money, step 2, go to Canada, step 3, question mark, step 4, profit.
Of course.
That's the whole plan. So,
dark hair and long hair hacker dude Kevin guy are driving to the headquarters in a regular car.
I love your reviews, I really do. I love how, as part of describing him, you use his name as one of the descriptors. Long-haired hacker Kevin guy.
That's not in my notes, but now that I know his name is Kevin, I'm just, I figured I'd clarify.
It's just funny to hear it out loud.
So, long-hair hacker Kevin dude seems to have disappeared from the car all of a sudden, because dark hair pulls into the Money Factory basement because he's going to give them the $5 million, which is actually counterfeit. So the police start searching the car, and they even have, like, special mirrors on poles that they check under the car.
I think that's a real thing. I feel like I've seen that before.
Yeah, so they check the car, check the trunk. Nothing seems foul or whatever. So lame, redheaded FBI federal guy meets pretty lady in the lobby of the API signal tower.
Okay, is he like a tall-looking, sort of like thick-built guy?
No, that's Sawyer, right? The tall, thick guy?
No, Sawyer was like sort of like a nerdy, meek police officer.
I think Wikipedia might be confused.
Sawyer is a police officer. There's 2 FBI agents. I don't remember anybody having red hair, but then again, that's like
it's like auburn brown. Did he have a beard? Sawyer.
I honestly don't remember.
I don't think this is Sawyer. I think he's some FBI dude that she might have flirted with before, like in your half.
There was the guy who was threatening to rape her, which I'm laughing at only because the disconnect is funny, not the act.
No, but it's not one of the cop guys.
She's never met Sawyer. Sawyer and the main characters have never interacted.
Okay. Anyway, I don't know what's going on. Jesus Christ.
Oh my god.
So there's this lame FBI guy in a suit who pretty lady meets in the lobby of the API tower.
Okay.
He leads her up to his fancy office and takes a photo of his family in a frame and lays it down flat on his desk because he's totally down to bone with pretty lady.
Wait a minute. Is he the guy who Brick was exchanging the money with?
No.
This guy you're describing may not have been in the first part.
Okay.
If you remember the first part, there was a part where they were like, we convinced this guy in the tower to give us like this MacGuffin that gives us 30 minutes more of crime time.
It might be that guy.
She says something like, you'd be surprised what a guy will do for a pretty lady. I thought that guy was the guy who was doing the money handoff with Brick.
No.
Okay, then I just don't think this guy was in the first half then. Maybe that's where we're getting confused.
I don't even know. I have no idea. So that's on hold now, because now we cut back to Dark Hair, who's in the basement garage.
Fuck.
FBI dude shows up with a bunch of FBI goons with machine guns. They pull a giant bag of cash, the $5 million, out of the trunk and dump it into a bin. And Dark Hair gets a check, presumably for the $300,000, and gets in the car like he's about to leave, but FBI lead dude sets one of the $100 bills on fire and it starts burning green.
Right, yeah, I forgot to mention. She said if you set them on fire, people will know it's a counterfeit, yeah.
Right, so that comes to fruition.
Jesus Christ.
So, Dark Hair realizes what's happening and then drives his car into, like, a freight elevator while the FBI goons start unloading their machine guns in his direction. Long-hair hacker dude Kevin guy drops out from the bottom of the car, even though they checked with mirrors already. He's got a machine gun.
Wait a minute. Yeah, firing. Hold on. How does that work?
I don't know. This movie.
A.
So, yeah, the machine gun fire back and forth. The FBI goons, get hit by bullets. Of course, our heroes, in quotes, whatever, because they fucking suck.
Sure.
Don't get hit by anything. Dark Hair ends up closing the elevator doors, and they go down the elevator into the secret vault where the $1 billion is. And there's another FBI guy who I think is in charge of the API signal.
Okay.
And he's, watching all of this on surveillance camera,
What's he
but
look
apparently
like?
Once the elevator goes down, there's no way for them to get down into the vault, because it's like a one-way security thing. So they literally can't do anything about the bad guys being in the vault.
Is he like a bald black guy?
No, I don't think he's black.
Okay, well.
I think he's just a cranky, 50-year-old white guy.
Okay, I don't know. I don't fucking know.
I really don't remember much. He basically just screams while he watches surveillance footage of the bad guys doing stuff. That's all he does. Oh, God, this movie. Oh, boy. Oh, this is getting rough. So, Dark Hair and Long Hair Hacker Dude start putting, I guess, the warheads on the vault door.
Yep, I guess so. Are they discs?
Yeah.
Yep, yeah. That's them.
Like sticky little bombs. They stick on the door. And then, one of those cool moments where, he triggers it or whatever, and Dark Hair says, how long till they go off? And Long Hair Hacker Kevin guy says, about 10 seconds. And they both just look at each other for a moment, and then start running, and then the bombs explode, the warheads explode, and they go diving out of the way just in time, even though there's shrapnel around them, they're unscathed.
Sure.
And then, remember the driver with the garbage truck?
Yeah.
He walks out of the vault. They just blew up.
What?
I don't know.
They don't explain it?
No.
How did he get in there, though?
I don't know.
That's of vital importance to my happiness to know how he got in there.
Teleportation? I really don't know. That's the most unexplained thing in the whole movie.
Oh my God.
And then he has a forklift. I'm not sure where the forklift came from. I don't know if it was in the vault too, but he has a forklift and he picks up a giant pallet of $100 bills and they put it in the garbage truck somehow. I don't know the logistics of how they get up the freight elevator without the FBI guys going after them. I don't know.
Oh my God.
I really don't know.
I'm so upset.
So, Pretty Lady was with the red hair FBI guy who is down to bone.
Okay.
Turns out, she has tied him up to his chair.
Uh-huh.
Unbuttoned his shirt.
Uh-huh.
Unzipped his pants.
Yeah. Put
a ball gag in his mouth.
Okay. It's getting more complicated.
And now she goes to the server room to do her hacky stuff.
All right. Yeah, I mean, that sounds
Why
about right.
are his pants unzipped?
I don't know, man. Part of the seduction?
But, I don't...
Look, she meets a brick shithouse in a bar and fucks him within 45 seconds. I think, and that's not hyperbole. It's literally less than a minute. When she goes to hi to suck his dick. So really, unzipping this guy's pants as part of this scheme is not that far off.
But how do they not show it?
I don't know. Do you want the running time to be longer?
Yes, I do.
I don't know. You'd think they'd do something. I mean, God.
Okay, she puts a thumb drive into the server rack and starts typing some stuff. I don't know. The countdown reaches 0. The API is turned on. All the FBI dudes in the surveillance room start cheering.
Mm-hmm.
The criminals, the 3 dudes, driver, dark hair, long hair, greasy hacker dude, Kevin, whatever, fucking asshole, they all get very upset and hear an ear-splitting noise because they're doing crime and the API thing turns on.
Yes. You look defeated and we've barely...
What is happening? Right, they hear the ear-splitting noise, countdown hits 0. Okay, so her thumb drive and her hacky bullshit works, and the API thing is stopped.
Okay, yeah, she had... I guess that was the thing the MacGuffin she was showing off earlier. The thumb drive thing. I don't fucking know.
Which turns the signal off for 30 minutes, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So Pretty Lady gets caught in the server room with a FBI-type cop with a machine gun, which Wikipedia tells me is Sawyer, because I just looked it up.
Okay. So he's like a white, sort of nerdy-looking cop, kind of squints a lot.
Yeah, but he's a little tall and muscular.
Is he?
I
don't know.
so.
It's hard to tell because like he's always in. I don't know. I never get. There's never like any great shots of him. I don't think
he's got a gangly, doofy face.
That is what I focused on, was his gangly, doofy face. I think.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So this is Sawyer.
Okay.
This is the weird cop.
I guess.
I hope you're ready for a rousing conclusion to the adventures of Tom Sawyer.
Whoa! Hold on. Okay. All right. That is an upsetting phrase. That his adventure is about to end because. I have a billion questions.
Too bad.
Okay, I'm gonna prepare myself to be upset.
Okay, well, we're cutting back and forth between a few things because there's the 3 dude criminals, and then there's Lady Criminal.
Yeah.
So Sawyer has Lady Criminal at machine gun point and leads her back to the office with the guy in the ball gag with his pants unzipped and his shirt undone.
Yeah.
And then we freeze from there. We go back to the 3 dudes. Jesus Christ. So, okay. The 3 dudes move the money from the garbage truck into a giant, open bed tractor trailer.
Okay.
Then they're all standing around and the API turns back on. I don't know if it's been 30 minutes or if they just undid or hacky shit, whatever it is.
Okay.
So the ear-splitting noise returns because they're all committing crimes.
Yeah.
But long-hair, grease monkey hacker dude, Kevin...
It's a different name every time. It is amazing.
I can't keep track of anything in this movie. Oh, God. Oh, my God. I can't with this movie. Dark hair and driver are writhing on the floor in criminal agony.
Yep.
But long-hair, greasy Kevin hacker dude, whatever... is apparently like, meh, I'm fine. And then he just shoots driver guy in the chest with a shotgun.
Okay. Oh, secret villain.
Secret villain.
I should have known.
Villain.
I should have known that.
So, driver dude just dies. He's dead immediately because he's a goon. He doesn't matter.
What's the fucking point of him then?
Nothing. I don't think he said a word in my half of the movie.
He does not say many. I seriously don't think he gets a name, and he barely says 3 sentences, maybe 4.
Based on his earlier ability to teleport, I don't know why he just didn't get out of the way of the bullet.
Oh, man.
So, oh, man, I don't know if you're ready for this. So... Dark hair is trying to shoot long hair greasy Kevin guy.
Okay. He's still writhing from the API though, right?
Yes. And he's trying to raise the gun and he can't.
Okay.
Because of the API. But hacker dude is cool and calm and collected. So he pins dark hair down, with a foot on his chest or whatever it is, and starts telling him a story about being in prison. And when he was in prison, the police tested what he calls the brain rape, which is the API,
okay,
on him and some other prisoners. And then there's a lot of footage of... which
he kills Rory, doesn't he?
Yes.
Oh, God.
Yep, there's a lot of footage of him fighting some random guy and then learning not to feel anything because nothing matters. He's a full-on nihilist.
Oh, my God.
And the API doesn't bother him at all because he doesn't feel
some
anymore.
money, the broski.
And then he beats, who I had no idea who this was. It was just some other prisoner. Beats him to death. I didn't know it was Darkhair's brother. No clue.
That's funny.
Beats him to death, and that's what got him out of prison, was that he beat the other prisoner to death.
What?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. So, long-hair, grease monkey, hacker dude, Kevin guy, shoots Darkhair in the guts with a shotgun.
What the... Hold on a goddamn second. What is his motivation for this sudden heel turn? I mean, yeah, he's a nihilist, sure, but like...
He has a whole speech about how beautiful it was to realize that nothing matters and he doesn't feel anything. So, I guess that's it. And he wants the $1 billion for himself.
Oh, Lord.
He doesn't even say that about the money, though. He just says nothing matters, I don't feel.
Oh, Lord, that's so unbelievably stupid. Oh, my God.
Oh, man, get ready.
What a nightmare.
Oh, you don't even know.
It gets worse?
Okay. Yes!
Oh, fuck.
Larry, it always gets worse.
Oh, fuck me.
This is life on planet Earth. Are you not familiar? So, shoots him in the guts. Darkhair starts spitting up some blood, but he's like on his knees and cranky and brooding like normal. Long-hair, greasy Kevin hacker dude laughs and jibber-jabbers some more and then shoots Darkhair's ear off. Point blank with a shotgun.
Terrifying.
Goes on and on about how he doesn't feel anything, and then Darkhair starts laughing. Grease monkey, Kevin hair, long dude, whatever guy, says...
You are incredible, my friend. You are a work of art. Never change.
He says, you really are a tough dude if you're still laughing even now, buddy. Dark brick shithouse, whatever. And then Darkhair asks, hey, long, greasy hacker Kevin man, are you bulletproof? And then I guess the two FBI cops from earlier who tried to rape Pretty Lady.
Rapey.
Like, yeah.
Bald black guy and thick white dude.
Yes.
Thick, the most FBI-looking man to ever walk the planet. He might actually be an FBI agent. Yep.
They start sniping the fuck out of greasy long hair Kevin hacker dude.
Fuck. Jesus.
So they just hit him like in the guts and in the leg, and then he just starts screaming like, you fucking assholes, fuck you, you fucking goddamn cocksucking FBI, while they keep shooting him. And then I think
that's
the
me
black
at the grocery
FBI
store
guy says to the white FBI guy, like, oh, quit toying around and take the final shot. And the white guy says, I'm not done playing yet. And then he finally shoots him in the heart, and Kevin Greaser Hacky Dude is dead.
Yeah, they're like cruel. Besides being potential rapists, the white guy is like, the cruelty was his bit.
Right.
They implied if Shelby didn't, or Pretty Lady didn't cooperate, they were going to send him off to rape her sister too.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it's rough.
Cops! Love cops.
Our heroes!
Okay. So, the two FBI dudes get out
long
and
hair,
walk
greasy-eyed, one-eyed, one-horned, giant purple penis eater Kevin is dead.
Yes.
Okay.
He's dead. Dead.
This is not going what I thought. I mean, I guess that's a kind of predictable. They don't really foreshadow that, but I mean, okay, not great, but whatever. I guess it's believable.
I think Kevin says something earlier, like when he's still buddies with Darkhair, like, I got a bad feeling one of us is taking a bullet tonight. Mm-hmm. And then they all get shot.
Yeah, right.
So, I don't know if that counts as foreshadowing, but...
I don't think they really foreshadowed it in the beginning of the movie, but whatever, it doesn't matter.
So the two mean FBI guys walk over to Darkhair, who is shot in the guts with a shotgun. Yep, not doing well, spitting up
generally a fatal. Gut wounds are pretty fatal.
Yep, well, he's got a trick up his sleeve. You wait. kind of. I don't know. So they go up to him, and they, I don't know, jibber-jabber, some plot stuff. FBI, bad guy, Shelby, something, I don't know. And then they say, should we end it now? Should we kill him? And they say, no, we're gonna let him die slow.
God.
And they walk back and get in their car, which is like 50 yards away or whatever.
Uh-huh.
Dark hair, brick, shithouse, fuckboy, pulls out his suicide pills.
Oh my god.
His magic red suicide pills.
Soviet
got from
shit. Yep.
Pimp
Vorkian.
Vorkian.
What was wrong with me last episode? God.
Now, what do you think is going to happen when he takes the suicide pills?
He's gonna take them?
He eats them both.
Well, let me think. It's pretty stupid, right?
Yeah.
He's gonna throw up, and it's gonna throw up all the shotgun pellets.
It's not that stupid, but somehow it's stupider.
Oh my god.
It turns off the API in his brain.
Oh god, the brain damage! Yeah. Pimp Vorkian describes it as it'll melt your brain.
Well.
He gives himself brain damage.
Yeah. So.
Oh, God.
He spits up a little more blood, stands up.
Those are suicide pills.
They're very slow suicide pills. So, yeah, now API is turned off, so he starts walking toward the cop car, and he holds out his pistol, and fires from his singular pistol at least 20 bullets into the cop car, killing both of the bad FBI agents. And we get a whole scene where, like, the camera pans across the blood, like, raining down on the inside of the car, and
yeah,
it's like that sort of overdone, this is a graphic novel movie kind of thing.
Torture porn, yep.
Where technically the cinematography is fine and good, but I don't know, it just doesn't work.
Exactly. Yeah, I know what you mean, yeah.
Like, the guy who was actually handling the camera knew what he was doing, but it doesn't feel right.
Right. He's doing a great job, but he's no accounting for the material.
Yeah. So,
fucking A.
He vomits up some blood and gets in the giant open bed truck with the $1 billion in the back and starts driving away. Now we go back to our good friend Sawyer and Pretty Lady.
All right.
They start fighting in Ball Gag Man's office.
Okay.
And I think he's still ball gagged in there the whole time. I don't really remember.
Must be.
They fight, and it involves a lot of broken glass. Like, glass tables break, a glass door breaks, glass shit breaks, there's glass everywhere. She's taking her shoes off, which I guess is kind of an allusion to Die Hard. Because broken glass shoes.
Sure.
But we never see her bloody feet, though.
Okay.
We just see her walking around on glass. It's so stupid.
Yeah, it's to be quiet, right. That's why Bruce Willis does it in Die Hard.
Ugh.
That's a terrible illusion.
And so they're fighting. The API starts fucking with her, so she can't keep fighting. Like, she's going to try to shoot him or stab him. Right, she's going to try to stab him with a piece of, like, a giant shard of glass. But the API stops her from doing so. And he keeps fighting back at her and finally gets her at gunpoint again. And then she, like, kicks him in the nuts. And they both fall off a desk. And Sawyer lands on a piece of glass that was sticking upright for some reason, just on the floor. And it goes through his neck and kills him immediately.
Are you for fucking real? Yeah. You're a goddamn liar.
No.
So you mean to tell me?
Larry has disappeared into the darkness, listeners. I'm not sure if he'll be back. I think he's crying.
What was the point? What was the point of having him at all?
Pretty Lady needed someone to fight?
I just don't understand.
Your anger. Oh.
I wasted so much time trying to figure out what he was doing.
You had these great plans of, like, the end of this movie.
I thought he was going to be a good guy. A protagonist, let's say.
Yeah, no. He's just basically a goon at the end of the movie. A goon whose death we're supposed to kind of feel, I guess. Because we've met him before. but not really.
No resolution to any of his plot lines.
Nope. He's dead. Blast through the neck.
Oh my god. This might be the worst movie we've ever covered on the show. This genuinely might be the worst thing we've ever had to watch.
I think so. When it's all coming together.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
That is just... Because he got probably, like, I'll say total in my half, 20 minutes of screen time.
Jesus, that much?
He gets a lot of scenes. A lot of scenes. Like, I think 5.
He only shows up for this. He catches Pretty Lady at the server room and then fights her and dies.
They set up this whole thing that he's got this family that's distant. He, like, shot a bunch of people, maybe? They kind of imply. And that he's got this weird reputation at the police station.
So, Pretty Lady explodes the server room with maybe some other warheads or just other bombs. I don't know. But it goes boom.
Anymore.
Goes boom. Dark hair, we find out, driving the truck. He has to pull over because his tummy hurts.
All right, in this case, I'll give him that. He did get shot and take suicide pills.
And his ear got blown off, too. Don't forget that.
Oh,
He's only 1 mile from the Canadian border, but we see cop cars, their lights and sirens blaring, start driving up. And we're like, oh, God, he's going to get caught. Drama, drama, drama. But they just drive past him on the way to some other cop thing.
There are no other cop things.
Good point.
This movie... There are no other cop things. This is the only cop thing.
So, I at this point, I had pieced together that the government is turning on a signal that makes crime bad.
Yes.
Makes crime hurt. I've gathered that much. And I've heard them mention API. Yep. I don't know what API is, but I finally see a billboard that says American Peace Initiative.
Yes.
My stupid, clumsy, fat fingers aren't very good at typing. So I typed American Peach
Penis.
Initiative.
I knew it. I know you too well. Yes, the American Penis Initiative.
Oh,
One
no,
penis,
peach, not penis.
Oh, I heard.
Peach.
I just assumed penis, and then my brain filled in that you said peach is penis.
Peach.
Okay.
American Peach Initiative.
That would be what a twist.
It's the Frank Underwood story.
Oh, man.
Oh, God. Okay, so Pretty Lady walks out of the FBI headquarters, but because she just blew up the server room and killed a cop, who no one gives a fuck about.
Oh, my God. I'm so
bunch
upset.
Of machine gun-wielding FBI dudes tell her to stop. And they start giving her a countdown. We're going to open fire if you don't stop in 5. And it, like, slows down and everything gets quiet. And then you just hear, like, their distant counting. 4, 3, 2, 1. And as they reach 1, dark hair in the giant big rig shows up and crashes into them all and kills them all. They're all dead.
Yep. If you were gonna make me guess, that was going to be my guess. Because I can see that scene in my head, and that's, of course, what happens. So are they, like, in front of a bunch of windows?
I don't think so, no.
Is it just solid wall?
Solid wall? They're just out front of the building. Like,
they are
the
outside?
Steps. Yes,
Okay.
yes.
I just assumed they were, like, in a hallway, and he just fucking magicked his way to know exactly where they were gonna be.
No.
Great.
No, they're out front.
Yep.
Like, on the curb.
Great.
So, and it, like, all the FBI guys are taken out by dark hair in the big rig, and Pretty Lady looks badass and blows imaginary smoke off her finger gun.
She is so cool and sexy and damaged and sexy, and that makes her sexy. And she's just as cool. She's the only woman for a guy like Brick who is the coolest guy. Did I mention how sexy and cool she is?
Their love story continues.
Oh my god.
Because she gets in the truck with dark hair Bricky guy who's bleeding out from his shotgun wound.
He's had a day.
And they start making out.
Mm-hmm.
In front of the FBI headquarters, where they just killed a bunch of FBI guys and blew up the server room.
Yeah.
And he's got $1 billion in the truck. But they make out.
Yeah.
Then they start driving to the border. They make out some more as they drive through the barricade on the U.S. side onto the bridge.
Are there not soldiers there with guns? Because there are at
They're
every
firing many, many machine guns into the truck while they're making out and driving through concrete barriers, which is not how concrete barriers work, but whatever.
And this is the point where the director came.
Probably.
When that truck, when the truck, which signifies his penis, breached the wall to Canada, which signifies, I don't know, a vagina.
Well, he breaches the wall from the U.S. onto the bridge. So now he's on the bridge.
Uh-huh.
What do you think is waiting for him on the Canadian side of the bridge?
I don't know. The Canadian military mounted on mooses?
Canadian military with a bunch of machine guns, and they start firing at the truck.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Yeah, he just fucking... Yeah. He's literally... This is an invasion, technically.
I guess. But, okay, and yeah, so none of the bullets hit anything important. None of the tires are messed up. The car engine isn't messed up. Or the truck engine.
Yep.
They're not shot.
Uh-huh.
They just drive through it like a hot knife through butter.
Uh-huh.
And then, apparently, they don't get pursued. Because it's the middle of the night as they're driving through. Completely dark. And then we just get, like, a brief driving montage of the truck going down Canadian roads. And suddenly it's sunrise.
Fucking... God's sake.
So they pull over, finally, at, like, an abandoned shipyard or something, it looks
Soviet suicide pills. Lest we forget. He has consumed 2 of them.
And, okay, so we get the sunrise thing, and then it's, like, full-on day. So it's been at least 3 or 4 hours.
Mm-hmm.
And his fucking guts being mangled by buckshot hasn't killed him yet. His Soviet suicide pills, which gave him enough brain damage to turn off the API, hasn't killed him yet.
How does she... Hold on. How is she not having any API nonsense or any of this? Does she turn it back on at some point? The MacGuffin?
Well, she blows up the server room, so I don't know...
Is that all it takes?
I don't know. I really don't know.
Ah, shit.
So, they finally pull over... And he's not looking super good. He's like starting to it's sleepy time. He's getting very nappy. And pretty lady like gets all up in his face and starts like slapping his face. He's like, "No, don't you die on me! Stay awake! Stay awake!" Ah! And he like kind of looks up and sort of mumbles. She yells, "Wake the fuck up! Stay with me!" And then she says, "I'm gonna tell you something, but you have to promise to forget it." And he says, because he's vomiting blood. And she says, "I love you, Brick." And then he dies.
They had known each other for, I want to say 5 days. They fucked twice and made out a bunch. And I think in total, they've had like 4 conversations the entire movie.
She loves him, but he's dead.
Rest in peace.
And I guess the API is turned off because she fills a duffel bag with money.
Well, they're in Canada.
Truck. Right. Okay. That makes sense.
Yeah. I guess I can see you not knowing the specifics. Yeah. So now it's not a problem anymore.
Got it. Okay. So she fills up a duffel bag with money and, like, books it out of there on foot just as the Canadian police, who apparently were following them, just at a distance, they finally show up.
A respectful distance. They're Canadian.
I guess. So she gets away.
Let's give him some time to get away, eh?
So we cut
give him a good head start.
We cut to Pretty Lady wearing a red, white, and blue jacket that says 69 on the back. Of course.
Oh my god. She's the perfect woman. She's the perfect woman.
Oh, for all the 14-year-old jizz.
Oh, man. 14-year-old Larry would have shot so many ropes to that.
Oh, gross.
God.
She's with her sister.
Okay.
And they're at a lake.
Mm-hmm.
And she dumps some ashes into the lake.
Okay.
I assumed that it was dark hair Brick's ashes. And then wondered how the hell did she get them?
I think it might be... It makes as much sense, but it probably... What are they in like a like a silver thermos.
Yes.
It's
They're the
Rory's
brothers,
ashes.
right?
How did she get those?
I don't
Did
know.
he have them in his fucking pants? I'm pretty sure she can't go back to the United States, so...
I don't know.
Every other character... Hold on, I'm trying to think. Except for Pimp Vorkian, and, like, one of the bartenders that he talks to about Pimp Vorkian, I think every other character with a speaking line is dead.
Ball gag guy, I think, survives.
Oh, yeah, and the sergeant from the police station are still alive. That's
Right.
it.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Holy
And that's
Christ.
it. And then, yeah, your own personal Jesus from, what is it, Depeche Mode, I think, starts playing. Yeah. Credits roll, and the sisters drive across the Canadian landscape.
Oh,
The Last Days of American Crime.
Wow.
A phenomenal feature film.
That
in your living room.
I think that might be the worst movie I've ever seen half of.
Yeah. I wasn't sure if how much of it being disjointed and confusing and making no sense was because I only saw the second half, but I think it's worse than I thought it was. Now that I know the full movie.
The first half is way more coherent than the second half, which I can't believe I'm saying those words out loud. From what it sounds like of the second half, the first half makes a lot more sense.
But also leads to nowhere.
No.
For most things.
No, it doesn't. They set up I'm so mad about Sawyer. Why did they take so much time to set him up if he was just gonna fight a woman?
It's a pretty epic fight.
Oh, man. I'm not sure which one of us had it worse. It honestly sounds pretty even.
Yeah. This definitely made me very angry, especially now knowing where all the bad stuff came from.
Ah, man.
But...
wow. Just, again, there was no part of this experience I enjoyed.
Oh, God.
I think at points, some of Kevin's lines were kind of amusing, because he's kind of irreverent, so, every now and then he'd say something that was like, oh, that's kind of funny. But I wouldn't chuckle or anything, but it was like, this line was a nice break from the rest of this movie, which is Brick looking vaguely confused.
Yeah, and I think, after Kevin blows away the driver, he does, a little shuffle dance and sings a little song or something.
He was the most entertaining part, he's sort of
again,
fun.
that was the kind of thing that was if you did it better, and I'm not sure exactly how to make it better, but that could have worked. It just doesn't play well in this movie. And I think, again, they were going for that Reservoir Dogs torture scene vibe.
Like Mr. Blonde, yep.
But they just didn't get there.
Mm-mm.
So.
Jesus.
Yeah. Terrible movie, for sure. There's a reason everyone says it's terrible. It's very disjointed. The plot is nonsensical. Everything about it's bad.
Ham-fisted, heavy-handed, yeah. It's earned its 0% on Rotten Tomatoes, for sure.
And in normal circumstances, it would have been a terrible, terrible movie. But again, given the timing of everything,
right?
Just icing on the cake.
My God,
good job, Netflix.
Yeah, really, congratulations. I'm not surprised they didn't make a big deal of. They knew. That's the worst part to me. They fucking knew. They knew immediately, and they did it anyway. You are Netflix. Why? Your competitor is Disney. You are in the ring with Disney Plus. That is a scary but powerful place to be. You can pull a movie and just be like, we're gonna wait 5 months.
Yeah. Should have been easy. I'm sure they have plenty of content to release.
Yeah, always. There's new stuff every fucking day I look at it.
Because they won't come up on a drought of content because it's hard to film stuff because of the pandemic until a few months from now. Just because of the timing of production. It's usually at least 6 months after filming wraps before something's ready to show.
Mm-hmm. And they can always just buy more old shit and throw it on there.
Right, yeah.
Something like, not Friends. Friends has been shuffled around between different big names, but stuff like that. I think Seinfeld is coming, isn't it?
I don't know. I just got Hulu, so now I can watch Seinfeld, so I'm happy.
Oh, okay. I think Seinfeld is coming to Netflix. I think that was because they lost Friends. I think that was the concession is we're losing Friends, but we've got Seinfeld to me, which is Hallelujah, I'm in heaven. I love Seinfeld.
Oh yeah,
we both do. So I think
great.
that's
It's
going.
the best.
So yeah, you can
the best, Jerry.
the best. You can fucking fill the slot, Netflix. You pieces of shit. You got to be ashamed of yourselves.
Speaking of buying quality content to show on their platform, I think we might have to discuss the movies that we're going to be watching.
Yeah. Let's get away from this goddamn. Let's never talk about this again. But now that said, content aside, I did like doing the half and half thing. It's an interesting.
Yes.
Wouldn't want to do it every week. I don't think we could no, God, no, that'd be the worst. But I definitely think we should do this again if the right thing presents itself.
Yeah, I think a couple of times a year when there's a movie that we don't want to ignore, like this one. It's just phenomenally bad. I definitely want to do some Bollywood stuff.
As much as we hate each other, neither of us wants to subject the other to a 2-hour and 30-minute long movie to review for this show. That's just too much.
Yeah, because we do our reviews a little differently. You usually watch your movies twice.
Yes, always. I watched this half twice, yeah.
2.5 hours turns into 5 hours for you,
and
plus time to actually really write up the review.
Like
I just watch once usually, but that usually involves a lot of pausing, where I'll watch 5 minutes and then write a section of review, and then continue.
I write out a lot of my things in complete. I write my thoughts as they exit my head. Like my notes are usually like 10 to 12 pages long, if not longer. So I do a lot of pausing. So it still takes me forever. Like doing this hour and 15, I think the review took me like a grand total to do of like 3 hours.
Yeah.
So yeah, this would be just, that's too long for either of us.
If this ever becomes our full-time jobs, then sure.
Yeah, definitely. But I mean,
right now, we're slaves to the corporate overlords right now to be able to afford fucking ramen.
Oh, God. So, my apartment's so small and so expensive. So I think we'll definitely do this again, but for now, we're going to go back to our regular content. But if you listen to this, email in. Let us know what you think of this format of doing the half and half thing. Because if everybody hates it but us, then maybe we'll just stop. But if you love it, maybe
if everyone really likes it,
if everyone really loves it, maybe we'll do it more. Yeah. So if you hear this, even if you hear it and you're coming to this show and we have 400 episodes and we're thousandaires. we've hit the millennium of people, millennium of time wasted for people. We still want to hear about it. So
yes, please email in balsandnetflix@gmail.com. We would love to hear from you.
Yes.
So next week is your turn again in the hot seat.
It is.
Episode 43.
Mm-hmm.
And this just came on Netflix a few days ago.
Now, you're really excited about this, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so then I'm going to propose, I don't think we picked the same one, because I was not...
Well, I know we didn't. I know. I usually worry, but I know for sure.
Then, in this case, why don't you let me go first? Because you were so excited, you couldn't wait to tell me how fucked I was.
Okay.
But I don't feel, mine is just whatever, I feel, I'm sure it'll suck, but unless you were really excited to come it out.
So 2 weeks from now, my next episode that I'll be taking the lead on.
Yes.
What am I going to be watching? Hold on. It's Bow's and Netflix, right?
Yes. Open up Netflix, Granddad.
I'm ready. I had it queued up. I had it open in my Chrome browser.
So I am gonna throw some names at you of some people who are in this movie, and you're gonna look at me very confused and be like, "What? Bad movie?" So we've got Jessica Alba. We've got Haley Steinfeld, who I'm not entirely sure who that is, but she is the star of this movie. We have Sophie Turner of Game of Thrones fame. We have the man himself, Samuel L. Jackson.
Oh boy.
It's a little movie.
Snakes?
What? No. It's a little movie called Barely Lethal.
Oh no. Is it literally about bears?
No. If it was a bear, I love bears. I'm not going to give you a bear love movie.
Oh, what? It's from 2015. A girl raised to be a government assassin just wants to be a normal teen. So she runs away and pretends to be a high school exchange student? What? But the thumbnail has a bunch of guns in it. What is happening?
I don't know. I look forward to finding out, though.
Samuel L. Jackson does have a pretty sweet beret.
He always has a beret. The man, I don't think he has a head anymore. There's just a fucking beret there.
You just had it sewed on. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Well, that's going to be interesting. Yeah, I like a lot of those people.
Yeah, it's because the reviews are not good. I only saw like a minute of it, but it didn't look. I kind of jumped around and it looks odd and awkward. But there's some names in there that are good, so I'm curious to see what you think of this. I don't like the idea of a movie that Samuel L. Jackson is in that's bad.
I don't want teenagers to be assassins. That's never good.
Oh, yeah.
There's going to be, like, she's going to have to go to prom, and there's going to be a gunfight, and just dumb shit like that.
Yep.
Ah, God damn it. I don't want to do it.
Your hatred for teenagers is too well known.
I like their bodies.
Stop it. Stop it.
19-year-olds are fine.
Stop it.
They're still teenagers.
Stop it. Stop it. I wish I could hit you. Stop it.
What?
We record this.
I'm allowed to like them as long as I don't touch them.
Stop it.
Or prevent them from leaving certain areas.
Stop it.
I
wrong
don't do
with
those
you?
things. I'm a good person.
Oh, man. All right. All right, get it out.
Wait, what?
Get it out. Not your dick. Get this goddamn movie. I've been terrified for the last hour and 20 minutes. Get it out.
Now, Larry,
Fuck.
you've seen this movie.
Okay. Oh, no.
I love this movie.
Okay, I swear to God, I don't know what this is, but I also think I know what it is. No.
It's probably been almost 10 years since you've seen it. It is a little film featuring Trey Parker from South Park fame called Orgasmo.
No. Why is it on Netflix? Oh, God. No, fuck.
I am so happy.
Oh.
I knew the blood ritual I did with all the teenagers was for a reason.
Why is this happening?
Oh, I was so happy when I saw it.
Oh, no.
So yeah, this one came out right around when South Park was getting famous in the late 90s.
While trying to spread his faith in Los Angeles, a young Mormon missionary is discovered by a porn director and cast as a skin flick superhero. And you're thinking to yourself, that sounds stupid. And you're right, it is. It is an incredibly, incredibly stupid movie. And I hate it.
It is a delightful family comedy adventure. There's a lot of dildos in it.
Now, when you first said I've seen this movie and you love it, I thought, I don't know why it struck me in the head. This is what I thought initially. I thought it was going to be Drop Dead Fred, which I hate that movie with a fiery, burning passion.
I have not seen that one.
Okay, I thought that's one of the ones maybe. I didn't know Orgasmo was on Netflix.
It just came on like a week ago.
Oh, God.
No. I found another Blast from the Past one, too. That is probably going to be 2 weeks, or your next one after this.
Come on,
I'm very excited about.
Oh, is it God, is Wes Anderson, isn't it?
No. I will give you Wes Anderson at some point.
Oh, God. What was the one that was it the Real Tenenbaums?
Yeah, you hated that.
It's just...
You should see Isle of Dogs. Isle of Dogs is good.
You keep telling me that, and I keep ignoring it and not doing that.
You like dogs.
Yep, I do.
Well...
Okay.
Enough said.
Should I also like Dog Day Afternoon? That has the word dog in it. Actually, I think that's...
Great movie.
I think that's supposed to be a good movie.
Oh,
man.
Boy. It's going to be a couple of interesting weeks for sure.
Oh, great. From one out of the frying pan and into your asshole.
You'll get some titties. That's one comfort. You get a
will
lot
we
of
get
attractive
titties?
women. I'm pretty sure.
Isn't there 2 versions of this movie? With and without titties?
I don't know for sure. I mean, when I was scrolling through it, there might be some nipple coverings, but you definitely see a lot of very, very scantily clad women. with
Great.
most of their breast exposed.
Great.
Possibly no nipples, but you can enjoy that at the very least.
Great. I'm happy. I'm very happy.
Trey Parker wrote the Book of Mormon. He is a genius. Genius.
Yeah, sure. Yep.
I forget if he wrote this one. I think he did. You'll have to do the research.
Will
to
I?
dive into it. Yep.
Oh, I'm not a fan of South Park. I don't have a problem with it. I'm just not a fan. I don't know. Their work annoys me.
Slumlord millionaire.
Their work annoys me.
Pish posh. Mr. Hanky. Christmas. He loves me.
Yeah, you're right. The height of comedy. I'm the fool. Yeah, thanks. How silly of me.
Yes, Larry.
Fucking call yourself a falafel.
Well, I think that's probably a wrap for this week. Thank you so much for listening.
Can we just wrap the whole show?
No,
Can this be our swan song?
Absolutely not. We're doing at least one more episode. Because I promised myself you would see Orgasmo again, and now I have that power.
Oh, it's been like 10 years.
Yeah.
It's
a long time.
It's like 7 apartments ago.
Maybe you'll like it now.
I doubt it.
Maybe you've aged like a fine cheese.
Oh, man. Oh, the finer it gets, the more it stinks.
All right. Well, thank you for listening. Make sure to stay tuned next week. We'll be back Sunday evening, afternoon, like we always are. And yeah, email in, bowelsofnetflix@gmail.com. Hit us up on Facebook, Twitter, all that fun stuff. Stop playing Netflix. God damn it. I hate that.
It's better than the fireworks going off in my apartment complex.
Oh, boy. Let's explode some things because America's great.
Yeah, Orgasmo. Yeah, celebrate. Oh, God, America's so fucked.
Well, at least there's going to be no more crime because it's over.
Thank God, you know?
Yep.
What a piece of shit. What a piece of absolute shit.
Can only go uphill from here, Larry.
Honestly, normally I would make some disparaging comment, but frankly, I think you're right.
Orgasmo's better than Last Days of American Crime?
I'm not going to commit to anything, but I'm also going to say yes, absolutely.
Okay, fair enough. You're on the record. All right, listeners, thank you so much for hanging out with us. We love you very much.
We do.
And we'll see you next week.
Smell you later.